Hello guys, Emmanuel from Geekception here, and today I'm going to be doing the review of the Huawei Mate 8. Let's begin. And welcome back guys. Now before this video starts, there are two things I have to tell you guys. Now the first thing is the fact that we have our official Instagram account, so it's instagram.com/Geekception. And the second thing is the fact that I have Snapchat, which I'll be coming out right here. Definitely go follow me on there if you want to see behind the scenes. Now let's ramble on even more than I'm already rambling. Let's take a quick tour of the device. For quick specifications, it's got a 6-inch 1080p display, a 16-megapixel back camera and an 8-megapixel front-facing camera, carrying 950 processor from Huawei, a 3GB or 4GB RAM variant, a 4000 mAh battery, and a fingerprint scanner. Taking a tour around the device, on the front is a 6-inch Full HD display there, 8-megapixel front-facing camera there, up top there, and the capacitive buttons down there. Going on to the left side is the SIM card slot and the micro SD card slot. Going on to the right side is the volume up and volume down buttons and the power button. Going on to the back is the 16-megapixel camera and dual-tone flash and fingerprint sensor. And going on to the top of the device is the 3.5mm headphone jack and a microphone. Going on to the bottom of the device is the speaker grill and a micro USB port, and that's about it for the tour of the device. Taking a look at the device, it has a nice premium feel which feels really good in the hand, but if your hands are not so big like mine are, it might be a bit too big for you. Looking at the display, a big concern that I had, and most of the time when it was released, a big concern that many people had, was the fact that 1080p display was not good for it. Like, you needed a 2K display, but for me 1080p display has actually been good on the Huawei Mate 8. And moving on to the interface, it actually runs Android 6.0 Marshmallow, but you would not actually notice because of the EMUI, which is Emotion UI, which Huawei uses to customize the interface. And as someone who hated it at the beginning, after slapping on the Android N theme there, I've had no problems whatsoever. It has actually, I've actually liked using it. Moving on to the fingerprint scanner on the Huawei Mate 8, I would say it's one of the fastest fingerprint scanner that I've ever used, and the accuracy is just off the charts. Most of the time, like 99%, it actually unlocked the phone on time. And an added feature which I actually like on the fingerprint scanner is the fact that you can actually use it to swipe down your notification panel, which is really helpful considering the fact that this phone is a 6-inch device. And consuming media on the Huawei Mate 8 has been awesome because of that 6-inch display. I've had no problems whatsoever, either it's in my room or at the cafe or in the bus. It has been really nice watching stuff on it. And moving on to audio, something that surprised me right off the bat was the fact that the speakers are really loud. Like, I mean, not Nexus 6P loud, but loud that I did not expect they could have gotten that loud. So props to Huawei for actually tuning the speakers well. And not only the speakers have good output, even the headphone jack has good output as well, which, like I said, surprises me a lot. Coming back to the speakers, I actually ran tests comparing it to other phones, so check it out. And coming back from those tests, definitely let me know in the comment section below which one you feel was the loudest. I think I know, but let me know down in the comment section below. And moving on to the camera, I actually like the interface. It's very clean and minimalistic. And another thing I like is the fact that the shutter speed is really fast, so no delays there. But something I actually noticed was the fact that the field of view on the front camera especially, even in the default camera app, and especially in apps like Snapchat, is really narrow, which means that the moment I start recording, it actually crops it in, which I didn't really like because it didn't give me lots of space to work with. I'm talking about video. I actually ran some video tests, so check it out. And this is the front camera test of the Huawei Mate 8. Now that is Ben there. Ben, say hi. So this is the front camera test of the Huawei Mate 8. So I'm just walking now. I just had my lunch here. So this is basically the camera quality you guys are going to be getting if you're using the front camera of the Huawei Mate 8. And this is the front camera test of the Huawei Mate 8. Now this is around, I think, just checking the time, 11 o'clock at night here. So I'm just walking. As you guys can see, there's lots of light coming from the side here. But I'm just kind of walking so that you guys can actually see how it is at night. I'm going to be switching to the back camera shortly. So I'm just trying to give you guys like a real life perspective perspective of how it is if you're actually using the front camera of the Huawei Mate 8 at night. And this is the back camera test of the Huawei Mate 8. Now I'm just going to be pointing it at the lights there, seeing how it handles it there, pointing it there. This is my hostel here. I'm just going to be giving you guys, like, if you're recording at night, I'm not actually particularly trying to make it stable right now, but this is just how it is by default. So however the quality is, I've not checked it out. I'm only going to be checking it when I'm editing this video, but that's basically been it for the back camera test at night of the Huawei Mate 8. And this is the back camera test of the Huawei Mate 8. Now I'm just walking here. I'm not trying to stabilize it or anything, so I'm just walking, so you guys can actually see I'm pointing to the sky there. I'm pointing it down there. See here, it actually meters between light and dark, and so hopefully you guys have been able to get a quick insight as to how the Huawei Mate 8 actually records video. So that's basically been it for the camera test of the Huawei Mate 8. I've said Huawei Mate 8 so many times now, so yeah. And this is a sample camera test of the Snapchat if you're using Snapchat with the Huawei Mate 8. So I'm just basically walking here. I'm going to be switching to the back soon, so I'm just showing you guys the front camera.
Hi there, beautiful. How you doing?
And I'm recording in a hallway now, and this is basically the kind of camera quality you're going to be getting if you're recording with the front camera of the Huawei Mate 8 for Snapchat. And this is the front camera test of Snapchat on the Huawei Mate 8. So I'm currently indoors now. This is sample quality you're going to be getting from the front camera of the Huawei Mate 8 with Snapchat. So right now, he just got down from the bus. Hello, Charles. And we are going to do some challenges. Let's see how it goes. Hello, Vernon. Hi, Snapchat. That is Ashi. We're like, hi now. And coming back from that test, you guys definitely let me know what you feel about the camera quality, both of the front and back camera, in the comment section below. Using this phone as a phone, I had no problems with the cell reception especially. Reception was really good. When it came to the speaker quality and the loudness, I would say I had no problems hearing the other parties, and the other parties had no problem hearing me as well. Performance wise, this phone is a champ. Everything I launched on the phone launched really fast and very quick. But something I noticed is the fact that EMUI especially, not this phone specifically, but EMUI has really aggressive RAM management, which means that if you do not go into the setting to protect an app, it will actually automatically close it every time you quit that app. So be careful, go to the settings, enable that setting so your apps don't get closed every single time. And for those people who like, benchmarks and performance and all of that, I've got you guys covered. I've actually made a video where I did the gaming and benchmark test of the Huawei Mate 8. So go check it out here, or links are in the description below. And for the most important feature of this phone, the one that makes me so happy, you can see the excitement on my face right now, is the battery life. The battery life on this phone is amazing. Like, for comparison, I was getting about 6 to 7 to even sometimes 8-9 hours of screen on time with this phone, which means that when I'm leaving the house in the morning at like 7 or 8 o'clock, I have no fears that this phone will last me the entire day. I'm not even kidding. This phone has awesome battery life. And another feature I like when it concerns battery life is the fact that there's actually this power intensive warning that it gives you when an app is actually consuming battery life in the background. Though after a while it can get annoying, like, stop telling me how many apps are consuming battery life, but it's really helpful as well. For some other things I like on the Huawei Mate 8 is definitely the Wi-Fi signal, probably because of Huawei being a communications giant. The Wi-Fi signal on this phone and even the cell reception signal is amazing, that even in the elevators where most of the phones I've used and tested lose all their signal, I can still browse like a champ with this phone, no problem. If you're someone who likes to also take a dual USB on the go, it supports a USB OTG functionality, which means you can take a USB, plug it into the phone, and you can copy and paste files from the phone to the USB. And that concludes my review. Now I'm going to go over my pros, my cons, And then what I love and what I do not love about the device. Now the first pro is definitely the build quality. Build quality is one of the best I've ever seen. For such a big phone, it's actually pretty light as well. Another thing that I love is the fingerprint scanner. Really fast, 99% of the time, no problems whatsoever. Oh, battery life. Battery life is amazing. It's like I can just have a battery gasm now if I hashtag battery gasm. It's really good. Battery life is amazing, you know. And when it comes to performance, I have no problems there as well, you know. Opening apps, switching between apps, smooth as butter. But okay, I cannot seem to pronounce butter well, so I'm not going to remove this. It's going to be in the video. But you guys have to be careful about EMUI's aggressive RAM management. So go to the settings, protect your apps. If not, it will get wiped every single time. And the killer feature of this phone for me, personally for me, is the price. For about 2,099 Malaysian ringgit, or about $514 US, nothing beats it at this price when it comes to battery life, when it comes to screen real estate, when it comes to the camera. Nothing. Like, give me a phone and give me something. If you have any phone that beats it, leave a comment down there below. But for me, nothing beats it at this price, I'd say. But it's not all good though. There are some things I do not like about this phone. The first being the size. Now, I have pretty big palms. Look at my palms. They are huge. But not everybody has big palms, you know. So if you have very small to moderate palm, you might actually have a problem holding this phone. So it might have an ergonomic problem for you. And as I've been saying in this video all throughout, RAM management is really aggressive. Like, the first time I got the phone, I thought the phone had a problem because every time I went to Facebook, then switched out of Facebook and went back into Facebook, Facebook loaded from scratch again. I was like, what is going on? So except we enable that settings in the settings, you might actually start pulling your hair out like I was. So when it comes to aggressive RAM management, yes, this is something I reduce points for this phone. And that's pretty much it. I have literally no other complaints about this phone. It's my daily driver. I use it. In fact, that's what I'm actually using right now for this script of this video. You guys can probably not see it, but for the script of this video. So when it comes to everyday use, I've been using this since it came out and I've had no problems whatsoever. This is easily my daily driver. After I use all the other phones I use on this channel, I keep going back to the Huawei Mate 8. It's that good. And I'm not even being paid for this video. Like, Huawei pay me, hashtag Huawei pay me. But seriously, you know, this is one of the best phones I've used in a long while. And except you cannot afford it, if you have that amount of money, definitely go for this. I would go for this. But if you have any questions as to any questions you have about this phone, I think I just repeated questions twice, do leave a comment down there below and I'll be happy to respond to each and every one of your comments. And it's like late at night now, about I think 1 a.m. here, so definitely leave a like if you enjoyed this. It takes a lot to make this. You guys don't see that because you just watch it, but it's actually taking me like 2 full days to shoot a series of videos. So definitely leave that like. I know I'm like begging, like, please like this video, but anyways, dislike if there's something you do not like in this video, because we cannot not all like this video. So if you do not like anything in this video, dislike and let me know down there in the comment section below why you dislike. And don't forget to subscribe so you do not miss this future amazing wonderful videos that go up on this channel. You don't definitely want to miss anyone, do you? Don't miss anyone. Subscribe. And since that has been it for this video, it's pretty chill right now. I'm just gonna, you know, probably go sleep because I have an event today, and okay, it doesn't really matter. That's been it for this video, guys. I really love you guys. Make sure you take care of yourself. I shall catch you guys next time. Don't forget to be awesome. Bye.